guys, Cheap here, and you might be wondering, why do I have World of Warcraft up? Or if you've never seen World of Warcraft, you might be wondering what this is. And now know that it's World of Warcraft, because I said so. Um, so here's how Cheap Chirps is going to work. This is essentially going to be kind of like me vlogging, but I'm going to do it while playing video games, because I don't put my face on screen, ever. And it's just going to be me chattering, talking about this and that, anything on my mind. Sometimes it'll be related to the channel, sometimes it'll be other stuff. Just whatever comes to my head. Sometimes I'll do lists. But, yeah, so the reason why the first episode, although I'm not going to, number these, I'm just going to label it, Cheap Chirps about this. And then I might put topics in the description. I'll probably do that. Anyways, the reason why we're starting off with this on WoW is because I want a gnome priest on the server that my raiding guild is supposed to be moving to. Who knows? Things always change. If you haven't noticed, I don't play WoW with the volume music on. Sometimes I do if it's stuff I'm really interested in, but I don't know. Sometimes it just, I'm happier without it. We'll go with that look. We need to change your face immediately. She has mascara for days. I don't wear makeup, by the way. That's probably going to be what I go with. Clearly, we need Grandma Cheap with the bright pink hair. You know, this would almost be okay if your eyebrows were, natural. She's staring into her soul. Alright, I am already getting off topic for stuff that I don't even have topics for. Actually, I do have some topics. So, for this, the kind of games I'll pick out and stuff like that will probably be things that I'm familiar with. It's not me trying to show you, alright guys, here's a game I found, and here's a look at it, it's stuff like that. It's gonna be stuff that I can ignore while talking. You know, the beehive is just so baller. Yeah, we're gonna go with that for now. Do we have yellow? We don't have yellow. That's kind of yellow. Yes, her name's gonna be Cheap something. I wish it was yellower. She needs all the earrings. And my raid group might be moving to the server. And Shadow Priest, always pretty darn good damage. We need ranged anyways. And I like healing anyways, so I can... My main's a rogue, so I can swap over to this on fights that we need it. Yeah, that wasn't going to be available. Do I want to call it Cheap Heals? That's a terrible name. I'll dwell on a name while talking to you guys. Anyways, so yeah, that's how Cheap Chirps is gonna work. It's just gonna be a random game that I can ignore while talking to you guys. I'll probably do it just whenever I feel like it. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be a once a week thing or just now and then. Clearly, I haven't thought this out as well as I thought it out. I don't know. I want to talk to you guys and get to know you and all that things. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at names when it's a name. But right now, are Priest Heals Cheap Heals? Is that name even taken? Alright. That's a random character that I will one day get to level 10 so I can go to Monkland and find out if I can still get the fist weapons you can't see. These are old characters. As you can see, I haven't played them in ages. I might level these two for the raiding group. My panda and her. As you can tell, I have not updated the transmog, although I do have one of the best staves in the world. If you guys ever want to see my other characters, wow, I have not been on the server in so long. I used to raid here, and then my raid group kept making fun of me because I was such a lore nerd, and a couple of the guys were bullying me. They're like, you just need to be on a RP server and blah blah blah. So I said screw it and started a character on an RP server, And that's actually how I started RPing, because I was bullied to RP. But I have a lot of fun with it, and now I'm like kind of back into raiding. The server I'm on is a raiding guild, or a raiding server. You know, so they're currently on a dead one, so they're gonna move here, and then the Bay and I intend to move over here, although we're not on the same server as them. I don't know if I want to say server names or not. Like, if you guys pop on and, like, catch me on one of my characters and say hi, that's fine, unless you, like, overdo it, and then I'll put you on ignore eventually. Oh no, we didn't catch all that, because I've heard it 100 times. I have made a lot of gnomes. Look at how pretty I am. Oh, I gotta do add-ons. Did they change what that looks like? Huh. Alright, well, one, I want helium on. The only reason I have Mogget is because people link me Mogget stuff. Like, I don't want to see your, like, full set of transmog. Just get it and then ask me if I want to see it. Tidy plates I love. This is an RP server, so I don't need that. I'll keep WoW Instant Messenger because that saves me from my... I get so distracted. And, like, if I have 6 people messaging me at one time, I don't care who you are going to eventually send a message to the wrong person. It's always going to be the one thing you don't want that person to read. Alrighty, that's a tiny bit better. So while I do this for 5 hours... Actually, it won't take 5 hours, because... No, I don't want to delete it. I wanted to copy it. See, I mess stuff up constantly, and I have to keep an eye on myself. Nice. So, Thanksgiving's coming up. Of course, Christmas after that, although people are already shopping for Christmas. Which drives me insane, by the way. I still stand by that I don't think any of the Christmas stuff should be done until starting on Black Friday. That was how it originally was. That's how I think it needs to stay. Nobody agrees with me on this. I completely understand it because I'm super old-fashioned that way. I just get really annoyed when I see Christmas stuff before Thanksgiving. So, speaking of Thanksgiving, I made the turkey last year, and I went to World Market, and there was like a box. And in the box, there was like a brine, which I'd never heard of before. Like, I kind of knew the word brine from Pokemon, so I knew it involved water. But I also knew it was a cooking term. I have no idea what it involved, though. So I bought this brine and the stuff that goes on the outside, like a rub that was a little bit spicy, but it was really good. So everybody loved the turkey last year. So I was like, I'll make the turkey again this year. I'll get the box, and it wasn't too hard, even though the turkey was super heavy. Spoilers, if you get a turkey that can feed most of your family, it's going to be incredibly heavy. I know, I was shocked too. I still haven't, I don't know if I'll ever get over it. Just the shock. So here's a quick little tip for all you cool kids. I always make a separate chat window, so I can see all this clutter if I want to, but on the chat, I can just see say and emotes, because emotes make me laugh, and in RP you have to see emotes. And, like, I'll just check the stuff that I want to see, and then I don't see any of this crap. I put BNet alerts on there, because my friends do funny BNet updates. You know what? While I'm recording, since you get so much experience anyways, or BOEs, we'll just rock whatever we end up picking up. How about that? Anywho, but last year was the first year I've ever made a turkey, and I was so happy that it came out okay. I don't know what, prompted me to do it either. I was just like, I want to try this. I've never done this before, and yada yada. Let me zoom in so you can see the gnome glowing. This will probably lag at some point, but I don't care. Anyhow. Interface. Auto loot. Return to game. Woo, I am moving faster than expected. But yeah, I did that. I ended up doing all of Thanksgiving dinner, which I did not expect to happen. And which I've decided is due to my family being jerks. Because, somebody else normally makes turkey, and then we have, 4 or 5 people cooking. I made the turkey, and no one else cooked. The only thing that somebody else... My grandmother made a blueberry pie, because I love blueberry pie. And... yeah, there's going to be high encoding on this. I can't help that. Sorry, guys. Anyways, my grandmother made the mashed potatoes because I asked ahead of time if she'd make the mashed potatoes. Other than that, I made everything. I spent the whole morning in that kitchen. It was just me, an anxiety pill, and just jamming out to my phone. Oh. You're not savable. You are. Come here. Get saved. Anywho, so this year I was like, alright, well, I'll do the turkey again since everybody liked how it came out and stuff. World Market not selling that box unless the website and the lady that we called and talked to who was stocking those things are both lying liars lying out of their lying holes. So yeah, I'm gonna make my own rub for the outside of the turkey, but we still got the brine, so I can still do the brine, which thank everything, because the brine made the turkey just so awesome and good. If you can get the brine from World Market, get it. I don't care what time of the year you see this. If you ever see that brine, get it and just make a turkey. I bet you could probably, make little chicken... not little chickens, but, sometimes people make, a whole chicken in the oven and stuff. I bet that would work for it, too. I don't know. I'm super biased to this brine because it's amazing. Let's see. I gotta follow this dude. I haven't leveled a node in a long time. I remember this stuff, though. No help for you. Yeah, so... I'm making the turkey. You know what? Just for the sake of my mind. Graphics. I'm gonna knock the graphics down to 3 just to see if that's a little easier in the system. And if it's not, I'll probably go back to 5. Anywho, for the recording system, I'm putting it back to 5 after I'm done with this anyways. Anywho, so let's see, what am I making? Turkey. I make green bean casserole from scratch without milk in it because I can't have milk. For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, I have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and it's not how they portray it in TV. Basically, if I eat the wrong foods, I have one of 2 effects. Either my entire system flushes itself out, in the most painful way possible. I am on the verge of passing out exhausted on the days that that's happened. No, I'll just take this. Oh, I just talked to you? Yeah. I could have just taken the elevator. Whoa, hi. What up? Your hair is, really something there, buddy. Okay, so I completed the quest, but didn't continue on. That's a thing that pops up with WoW now and then. I don't know why. I just accept it. Look at these. What is... If you... Hold on. Let me scroll in. Not that much. Can I get up here? Let me... Okay. Perfect. If you took... Somebody take a picture of this. Take this section. Flip it upside down. Put it under his nose. You have a perfect mustache. No one can tell me I'm wrong. Mostly because I won't listen to you. Anywho, where was I? Right, making the green bean casserole from scratch, which the recipe is awesome, so I'm down with it. What else is on my list? I have this huge cooking list. Oh, I make the best stuffing, and if you guys want the recipe, let me know. I'll link it below. But this stuffing makes about 3.5 cake pans worth of stuffing, and it's got like sausage and like cut up pork links and stuff like that in it, and cornbread, and then regular stuffing, and then like chicken broth and like sliced apples. I want to say there's mushrooms in it. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. I lost my mouse on this. Like, my mouse was not moving. It's got like all that stuff, and it makes a ton of stuffing, which is great because stuffing is one of my dad's favorite things in the world. Oh, what do I do? Do I just stand here? Okay. Okay, stand here, so chatter. Anywho, so awesome stuffing. Also, I make non-dairy pumpkin pies. I had to remember what kind of pie it was. Anywho, but yeah, it's a Silk recipe. Silk took it off their website, and that makes me really happy that I print out recipes I find and like, because I would have been really screwed on how to make that recipe this year. It's not, I tried Googling it, it just sends me back to the Silk page, and the Silk pulls up like a 404, like, your recipe is not found. And I'm just like, no, I have to make this because everyone enjoys it. But yeah, it's not too hard to make. It's got eggs, soy milk, pumpkin spice, and then instead of using like pumpkin pie filling, you actually use like pureed pumpkin or something like that. It's like just canned pumpkin that's already squished. I'm gonna say crushed and squashed and things like that at the same time. I said squished. Anyways, it's all mashed up. I don't know what's going on with my... It's just me right-clicking and I'm on a hill, so it freaks out. Anyways, but yeah. So, I got that going on. Not sure if there's anything else I'm gonna make. I technically know how to make gravy, but I pretend I don't know how to make gravy because I hate making gravy. Not to mention, I don't know how to make gravy from, like, a turkey. Like, that just sounds like you're going to be drinking fat, which sounds disgusting to me, and I can't have a lot of fat with the IBS anyway, so I try to avoid it, even though, like, the fatty part of everything is the best part, and just, it's so good. Like, I've already kicked salt. I stopped drinking salt and sodas for, like, I think I started around the beginning of this month, just to see if I could, like, lose a bit of weight and be healthier and, like, just kind of help myself skim around the holidays, because the holidays is just, everything's sweet and delicious and I want more of it. But I'm trying really hard to be good. Although I'll probably, like, start buying boxes of candy canes, and then it's just going to be like, I want a candy cane, but I'm recording and I don't want you guys to hear stuff from my mouth. Alright, I got about 2 minutes left on this, with my chattering and such. So, told myself that I would go over the list of games I have to play. The last bit you saw of Super Chibi Night, probably going to be the end of Super Chibi Night. Like, I tried to get my boyfriend to play that game so he could, like, confer with me if I'm bad on it or if that part is just really hard. He didn't even get that far because it wouldn't work on his, like, laptop at all. He tried so hard and it was just like, no. Alright. So, Vessel's a game I've been looking into. I've heard a ton of good things about it. It's, like, visually it looks kind of like Nihilumbra, so I'm wondering... I wouldn't say it's like Nihilumbra, but it plays more like Limbo. Although Nihilumbra isn't too off from Limbo. I might be butchering the name of that game. Nihilumbra, not Limbo. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that one right. Anywho, but I have Vessel. I'd really like to play it. I've got Avion 3, which is it has 4 games. Like, I guess there's Avion 1 and 2, and then 3, there's 3 part 1, 3 part 2, and then all the way through 4. That's an RPG game. That was the one that I was talking about I have the collection of, and I've been thinking about playing it, but I don't know if you guys want to sit through me playing it. I might do it anyways. lot of other small RPG games like that. So I may do Avion 3, the first part, see how you guys like it, and then, if it's got mixed reviews, I might, play a bit of 2 and just leave it up to you guys. If people really want to see the rest of the story, I will chuck away with the story. And like I said, for overgrinding, because I always do that, I'll probably do it off screen. I have a game called Bear With Me. And it's like a detective noir. But, you're a little kid and you got a teddy bear and I think you're trying to find out where your brother is. I want to say that's the description. It looks really cute and it looks really, really fun. Plus I love solving mysteries. You've heard me claim everything's everything. If you guys have not heard about it, I have a game called, Chroma Squad. By all means, go look at the trailer for Chroma Squad because it's so enjoyable. Basically, pretend that 3 stunt people do like a Power Ranger thing, and that's the game. That seems to be what it is. I want to say there's a leveling up system and stuff like that. It looks enjoyable. I couldn't help it. I got it. I've mentioned before that I have Costume Quest, and although that technically is a Halloween-themed game, as a fan of cosplay, I think you can dress up whenever you want to. Plus, the game looks super cute. And last but not least, I have Cubicle Quest. These are the ones I have written down for now. I have a bunch of other games to play. And there's a chance that if you name a random under $10 game, I probably already own a copy of it. But Cubicle Quest, RPG game, you're a cubicle monkey, and then, I believe that's a technical term. Anyways, you're just a guy working in a cubicle, and then all this stuff comes up, and, you're doing, mundane office-related tasks, I think. But it's set up like you're a knight and things like that, and you gotta go save the day, and you're getting, things you need and stuff like that. It looks fun. I bought it. I like things like that. I like games that just take something and they do something strange with it. Yeah, I'll make this 30 minutes, because I can. So, speaking of games that I like, my favorite games are RPG games. And by RPG, I mean the old school RPG. I like leveling and turn-based systems and things like that. I also really like hidden object games. I always kind of cringe when I admit that. But I also feel like that I shouldn't have to be embarrassed by liking hidden object games. My mom is a fan of them. They're kind of fun to do, and my mom's probably the one that got me into those. I won't lie about that. Full credit to her is given now. It's just, I would see her playing them, and she'd need some help. So I would sit and help her find the things, and then it turned into a group thing where both of us were playing the game. Every now and then she'd shoo me off because I found more than her and she got mad. That was always funny. She used to get mad at me for puzzles too. Because her and her mother, who I don't talk to anymore, I might get into that story someday, but it's very upsetting. I might throw a spoiler warning talking about why I hate people on that one. Or maybe that'll just be a whole episode, just why I hate people and why I think I have so much trouble with them personally. That sounds weird. I have really bad anxiety. I used to go into Walmart and burst into tears because there were just too many people. I have a really hard time making friends. And it's something I struggle with. And I'm not lax about making efforts. I try really, really hard. But, okay, the other day, there was an argument. Well, not... how do I explain this? Okay. Person who I'm now referring to as Jackass was talking to my friend. And my friend mentioned something that I was upset about because he's been playing around with rogues. He's a big fan of them like I am. But he was doing the thing where he was, like, air quotes helping me and trying to give me all these suggestions and things. And I had, like, he spent the whole day doing it. And first of all, he did it when I first woke up, which is never a good time to do things because I haven't prepared myself for the day. I wake up, I record an episode, I chill out with music. You know, I kind of get in the mindset of, okay, I'm a person at this point, I can interact with other human beings. And recording for the channel has helped me out with that a lot. You know, every single one of my followers, you're all a blessing. I consider you all friends, even though we've never met, or with the exception of Oscar, we haven't talked. Oscar's like #1 commenter. One day I'll probably go back and just thumbs up all of his comments. Because every time I see one, I get all excited. Because it's like, oh, somebody commented on my video. It's like, oh, Oscar, you're always commenting on things. You're the best. Like, I legit think that to myself. Anyways, but like, even though we're not having direct conversations while I record these, the fact that I'm awake and I'm actively talking, and I guess in a way this is like me mimicking being social, or like talking to imaginary friends, but like you guys aren't fake. It's weird, but it helps me talk to people later in the day. I've noticed that days that I don't record because I recorded ahead because I was so into a game, that I have a bit more trouble being social. So yet again, thank every single one of you for watching this, and you know, every view puts a smile on my face and helps me keep going. And you know, I was really depressed the other day and I almost didn't record, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record because that's one of the things that makes me feel better every time. Gonna try not get choked up because I'm a derp. Anyways, so yeah, so jerk person was talking to my friend. Friend brought up that he and I had a little spat and that he felt bad about it. Jerk person went and told one of the other officers, because my friend runs our writing group, he went and told one of the other officers that I said a whole bunch of stuff and that me and my boyfriend weren't writing with them anymore. This was brought to my attention, and I had already had a kind of stressful day. Immediately went to a panic attack. I was in tears. I couldn't handle it. You know, and at the end of the day, I decided not raid that night because I just decided to not raid with them ever again. And fine, the one person wants to, like, the jerk is like completely, I'm not going to say what my nickname is for him because I don't call him by his name. If you put any vulgar nickname in for a person, or just name for a person at all, you've probably nailed it. I do not like the guy. So yeah, he's done so much stuff, and that was kind of the final straw of saying that I said all the stuff. You know, and I didn't know that he was relaying information that he had gotten from my friend. You know, and it was a big hullabaloo, and my friend wasn't putting a lot of effort to, like, figure out what happened and calm me down. Like, at one point he was talking to me to calm me down and stuff, but he was doing quests and stuff like that and, like, not focusing, and his real focus was on that because he kept bringing that up and forgetting what he was saying, and I got really upset about it, and I finally, like, I left the conversation, and I felt like these friends that I've been working really hard to kind of hang out with and joke around and, you know, relax around and stuff like that, because it takes a lot for me to do that. I felt like I had just lost, like, all that work. It was just a complete waste of my time, and, you know, I just wanted to be in bed hugging my stuffed moose that I have and just crying. And things are somewhat resolved. I'm still really upset with some people. But like I ran a raid with them tonight. We downed a hard boss. Yeah, but like things like that make me really afraid to try to make friends. Because like every time I start to go into a social interaction, it's like I'm probably not going to be able to keep this person. Because I'm used to moving a lot. You know, a lot of the friends that I get, something always comes up, or they'll have like a change of heart, or they'll make a new friend that they spend all their time with. And like, losing people hurts so much. And it didn't used to hurt this much. Yet again, we'll have the episode where I just sit and talk about my mom. But a lot of the issues I have come from her illness and when I lost her. Like, a lot of little things that kind of bummed me out now and then got really, really bad. And that was when I started having panic attacks. You know, so yet again, in summary, I know right now, technically, I'm just sitting here with a headset on and I'm talking to my screen. There's no one in the room. It's weird. But, like, think anyone that sits here and listens to this. Even if this is the only episode of my stuff that you ever watch, thank you so much for taking the time of day to make it so I'm not just talking to myself. I'm being heard by someone else. Even if you didn't make it this far, you know, and that you'll never know that I said this, thank you so much. Because in the end, people watching my videos and hearing even a little bit of what I say makes me feel like I do more socially than just sit and hide in my room and talk to my dad now and then. Which is the point that I'm struggling to break out of. Leaving my house is terrifying for me. I can't do it by myself most of the time. You know, and I've noticed that days that I record, you know, sometimes I can actually manage to leave the house by myself and not be terrified. And I wish I could describe how it's almost like an overwhelming relief. It's like you're constantly carrying this giant weight and then it's suddenly off and you feel weightless. It's so nice. So I'm going to stop rambling. This has been Cheap Chirps. And yet again, thank you all. Have a good holiday. I don't know when I'll do the next one of these, but when I do, I'll probably be derping around on this character or something else. Maybe make you guys watch me play Stardew Village because I love that game. Anywho, so I'll see you guys next time and enjoy the videos I've been putting up. I listed off some games. Let me know which of those you want to see or if you want to see something else. And, you know, I'll see you guys whenever. Bye.